What is going on, my Meta-millionaires? It is your boy, Terry Stonkers, and welcome to my channel, baby, by the dip. Alright, guys, we got a lot to talk about today's video, so let's get right to it. First, hallelujah! The government finally did something. Biden signs the bill to avert the partial government shutdown. So we got to cover this real quick because this was kind of hanging over the market and pulling it down some. So it's nice to know this is now temporary fixed. As you can see here, with hours to spare, President Joe Biden has signed legislation that would avoid a partial federal shutdown and keep the government funded through December the 3rd. So that there is phenomenal news. On the track of phenomenal news, we got to talk about that Meta was positive today. That's right. It wasn't looking good at first. We were coming down, but if you notice, a lot of the market was red. But we did finish up over 1% today, so we'll take it. Any green day is better than any red day. So real quick, we did have over, like, it was 11.2 million in volume. So that is the volume, pretty good to get there over, positive for the day. Now, we got to go in here and talk about this right here, guys. On George's Twitter page, I did retweet this. There's a person here that George put a like on this post and talks about here, more catalysts are coming right around the corner on October the 5th. And here it is. Lux Research invited George Palacaris to talk about tech disruptors in the health sector. How many sectors are METATERRY working with? And he did tag some people there, including Sterling. And here's this article, guys. I got it on my Twitter page. Make sure you go check it out. It's a little small there. But George is going to be speaking at this event. This is going to be something cool. I hope that, we're all going to see what George is saying here. So, real quick, on my account, go follow me on Twitter at TerryZ247. And right there it is. I shared it just 4 minutes ago. So you can go check it out on my page if you don't follow George or anyone else. I want to give you the quick update on FinTel. We got a lot of information today. And you can see our value score, momentum score, which the momentum, a 98.71. And it's ranked 552 out of over 42,000 stocks. It's a proprietary scoring model that ranks companies on their 6-month momentum. Like I said, they still don't say if this is a score out of 100. I'm just going to assume so because the values, it says score from 0 to 100 and the QVM says 0 to 100. And the ownership accumulation is also from a 0 to 100. And you can see ownership accumulation, 98.89, guys. We are ranked number 23 out of 21,939 stocks. Insider accumulation, we're at 36.89. We're a newer company, so I don't expect our insider ownership to really be anything significant yet. Now, let's go take a look here at the buyers. We can see there was a huge buyer. Now, this doesn't mean it was done today. If we click on this here, you can see this was as of July 31st. It was a $1.4 million investment. They bought 405,000 shares. And it's an energy momentum ETF, guys. So that is pretty cool. $1.4 million investment. Welcome to METATERRY. Like I said, this is an ETF. So I don't believe that this is any kind of short position or anything. This is strictly an ETF wanting to buy in now. And they were probably buying back when it was in the 3s and 4s. And it's just now updated here yesterday on 9/29. As you can see here, a lot of other ETFs are all in this. Small caps, mid cap. Look at all this green, guys. Here, green rows indicate new positions. And just like I said, green, we covered this, man. It's just green everywhere. And the ones that are just plain here, they're ones adding to their positions. So nice to see here. If we go here to the institutional owners, we can see there's 180 institutional owners. There's 166 long, 4 are short, and 10 is long and short. And I don't think there's anything else on here. No. Now we got to go to the short interest. We're starting to get into some more juicy stuff. As you know, the stock was running up. So we were covering in yesterday's video. They spent over, was it $12.5 million? Take a guess what they did. We were at 6.2 million on one day, 6.3 million another day. Wait till you see the numbers today for what they did on yesterday when our stock was down 7%. So as you can see over here, short squeeze score is setting at 84.21. We are ranked number 59 out of 5,500 stocks. It does say there is 250,000 shares available that they can short, lend, borrow, whatever they want to do with it. And our short borrow fee rate is at 8.27. So pretty similar to yesterday. It was kind of didn't change at all today. But look at this here, the FINRA volume, guys. FINRA has this at 6.3 million, almost shy of 6.4 million. They shorted 3.2 million, gives a FINRA short volume ratio of 51.14. Like I said, overall, the total shares traded today was around 11.2 million. So this here makes up about half of it. And they shorted about half of it there, as you can see. Every day now since this week, Monday, 53.59. Tuesday, 49.98. Yesterday, Wednesday, 51.14. Look at over here, though. The combined short volume ratio between the FINRA, CBOE, and PSX. The 28th was 55.25. The 29th was 55.02. And this is probably going to be around the same. 54-55 short volume ratio. Here's where we're going to get into some of the good stuff. Now, I bring you this every day because it is pretty nice to keep up with what the heck's going on with the short positions. We were down, guys, over 7% yesterday. And this is why, because the short even loaded up more than $1 million than the day before. So here is going to be the numbers, guys. I already went ahead and added up all 3 days from just Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Wait till I bring you that number. So you can see here, yesterday on 9/29, Wednesday, the total short sale transactions, 561. The total share shorted, 1,197,120 shares. The total dollar amount of those shares shorted, $7,353,386.97. That is a boatload. 7.3 million racks was spent shorting the stock, and they did get us down over 7%. So it kind of seems like every $1 million they throw out, they can get us down 1%. I'll be curious to see what tomorrow's info brings for today's numbers. Now, here's what I do find interesting. Make sure I got the box here so you guys can see these numbers, because the value is pretty interesting. So there is a couple big ones here. This person did 19,000 shares short, 17,000. The biggest position was 34,605 shares. There's a 28,000. There's 25,000, 21,000. And you can see this person spent 120,000 racks. This person here, the biggest one, $212,820.75. I mean, 168,000, 153,000, 131,000. This person here was 82,000. And all these little ones down here, 15,000, 18,000, 20,000, they're just all adding up. I mean, they all add up and bring us to that 7.3. So this was Wednesday on 9/29. Here's a recap of Tuesday, guys. 9/28. $6.3 million shorted into the market. Another 1 million shares. Almost 2 million shares shorted on 9/29. 1 million shares shorted on Tuesday. And another 1 million shares was shorted on Monday the 27th. 6.2 million. I went and added everything up, guys. And I'm going to see if we can get this on the camera here. See if we can get it there. 19.898 million. So almost $19.9 million since Monday. 3 days. They're all but $20 million in shorting the stock. Now, if I just do a quick brief on the shares, it's probably a little over 3 million. That's 1 million, 2 million. Let's just call it about 3.3 million shares is about what they shorted. So they spent all but $20 million to short 3.3 million shares. And if we look at the chart, the last 5 days, I mean, we're still up. We're still up 11%, guys. And the last 3 of those days, they spent almost 20 million buckaroos. And we are still up 11% in 5 days. It took them 20 million racks. I love saying it. 20 million buckaroos to get us from there to here. 10%. It took that much dollars and that many shares to get us down to that, guys. Now, there is a quick article here I do want to cover. If you didn't see it, MMAT, 9 things to know about the latest merger. So let's just run down this real quick. You can go check it out. It's on Investor Place. It'll be probably the most popular article out there. And we're going to cover it real quick because it is pretty good. MMAT stock looks upward with newly approved nanotech security merger. METATERRY is continuing its busy year of acquisitions with a deal to acquire Nanotech Security. Nanotech Security specializes in nano-optic technology with emphasis on stopping crimes like counterfeiting. The company aims to create visual cues for banknotes that can provide their authenticity. Of course, with its microscopic products, its offerings are exactly something that Meta would like to add to its portfolio of smart materials. Back in August, the two entities announced their intent to combine through a METATERRY acquisition. Yesterday stands as a key date for this timeline as Nanotech Security shareholders took to vote to approve the transaction. The vote required at least 2/3 majority to pass. The shareholders did approve the details of the acquisition. All in all, more than 98% of the voters supported the deal. METATERRY will be buying all issue and outstanding shares of Nanotech stock for the price of $1.25 per share as part of the merger. Ultimately, the deal is worth over $70 million. Closing of the arrangement is set for October 5th, but in the timeline of the acquisition, this meeting stands as the largest hurdle towards the deal. This morning, MMAT stock looks on track to trade above its daily average volume, with investors incentivized towards the stock with the big news. More than 12 million shares are traded thus far at an average of 20.6 million of volume. So pretty good article here, guys. There's more up here you can go over and get you a little bit more of the background and history. I do know that there is a lot more newer investors coming into Meta, and we welcome you guys. Not everyone needs to start from the beginning. You're here now, and we want you to get on board. And this is, you watch these videos, we give you up to date, we catch you up to speed because we've been covering this for a while since back in the Torch days. But we want to keep the new investors up to speed. So make sure you go back and watch previous videos. That's why after a little bit of time, I'll go back and touch on articles a month or two back because I see a lot of newer investors that are interested in metamaterials and they don't know all the back history. So we want to bring them up to speed with what we know. So hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash the thumbs up. Check out the links down below and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.